Hi, my name is Stuart, middle-aged runner. I started doing park runs in March, just casually, and then after about 3 or 4 months, I decided to start training. So yeah, I run 4 times a week. I do 3 training runs, and I do the actual park run. So that's 4 runs a week. And I'm pleased to say that I've reduced my time from 28 minutes 59 for 5K last week. This week, the same course. Conditions were absolutely perfect. No wind. It was cool, overcast, and the whole thing just went like a dream. And I've reduced my time down to 28 minutes 12. So I feel like my training is paying off. I went a few weeks where I didn't really seem to be, making much progress. I kind of got down to about 30 minutes and it was sticking around there. But yeah, I've got down now to nearly 28 minutes dead. So I'm really pleased. And it felt all right as well. I go out and I run at a pace which is just a fraction below what I call the pain zone. So when I set off on a 5K, I try not to go too fast. I think the first mile I ran in about 9 minutes 10 seconds, and then the second mile was kind of about the same, and I speeded up in the last mile, and I went much faster, of course, in the last 300 or 400 meters, passing 1 or 2 people who tried subsequently to get back to me, and one of them nearly did, and I only got there by a second in front of that runner. So yeah, everything's going fine. I've got no injuries, and I feel like I've made good progress. So I started running and I ran 36 minutes my first park run off no training whatsoever back in March, and now I'm down to 28 minutes. So I suppose that's not bad. I've knocked off 8 minutes. If I can knock off another 8 minutes, I'll be in dreamland. I'll be running 20 minutes and, I'll be finishing in the top 3, which would be amazing. So I must say quite a few others also set PBs on Saturday, probably because the conditions were so good. So there were 66 runners, and I think 10 of us broke our personal best. So yeah, so it's going well. Now for the trainers, I made a video where I talked about my ASICS Cumulus 27 trainers. I was going to return them because I had a bad blister, or I had the start of a blister after a 7.5 mile run. I was going to sell them, I will return them or something like that. But I decided what instead I'm going to do is I'm going to wear those trainers once a week, and I'm going to do my shorter training run. So today, for example, I've been out and done a 4 mile run in them, and I've put 2 layers of socks on the foot that I had the problem with. I didn't tighten them as much as I did before. I think that was maybe the problem, and they were okay. I did not get any problem with my foot chafing against the side of the trainer inside. And no, I'm not returning them, I'm keeping them. They are good trainers, although to be honest with you, I still prefer my Nike Revolution 7s, which I've got here. So those are my Nike Revolution 7s, but they're starting to wear a bit, so I needed some new trainers. So here are the ASICS. I mean, these were 112 pounds. I mean, on paper, these are certainly better padding and everything. So I wore these today and I was okay with them. Now, I decided to buy some more Nike Revolution 7s on eBay. There are people there selling them that maybe they've only worn them once and they're selling them. So I put a bid on for some Nike Revolution 7s in blue, and I got them for £17 plus £4 shipping, £21 for a £50 pair of trainers. Can't really complain about that, can you? Anyway, I'm going to unbox them now. Let's have a look at them just to see that, hopefully I'll be pleased with the condition and everything, but as long as they're the same as the ones that I saw in the picture on eBay, and they're size 12s, because I know that size 12 fits me, then I'll be pleased with them. I think that I'm going to continue to do the park runs in the Revolution 7s. I've got a feeling that they may be a bit faster than the ASICS. So let's have a look. Well, it's well packed anyway. Here we are. Right, let's go. Okay, well there's one of them. So I'm glad to get them in blue. When I went to Sports Direct, they didn't have them in blue. If they had have done, I would have bought them. So I ended up getting them in sort of white and grey. So yeah, here they are. He's packed them very well. He's put paper inside. You can see that the tread looks absolutely perfect. I mean, he said he's only worn them once. Yeah, and they look like they don't even look. I mean, I can see he's been out in them. But yeah, fantastic. I'm really pleased with those. I mean, 20 quid. I know they fit me. I don't get any problems with them. I've, been improving in them. I trust this trainer. So that's what I bought with 20 quid. And these will last me probably 3 or 4 months. And then maybe I'll just buy another pair of the same. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so just talking about the training that I'm doing. So I went out and did a 7.5 mile training run last week. I don't know whether that is partly responsible for me running 28 minutes 12, bringing down my time by nearly a minute. I don't know, but I'm going to do one long run a week, one long training run a week, which is going to be that 7.5 mile run. And I'm going to do probably two 4 mile runs. They're going to be my three runs midweek. And on the 4 mile runs, for a bit of sort of endurance, I'm going to attack the hills. I'm not going to, shuffle up the hills. I'm going to attack them and, make it hurt a little bit. For the 7.5 mile run, I'll be aiming to do what I did last time out, which was 10k speed of about 63 minutes. So, a bit more than 10 minutes per mile, which I found fairly comfortable. So that's going to be my long sort of endurance run. And then I'm going to do 2 shorter runs. And I'll keep doing that while I'm still improving. Once I've got to the stage where I stop improving, then I will probably substitute one of those other 4 mile runs for another 7.5 mile run. And I'll up the mileage a bit. I would probably ideally like to go from 4 runs a week to 5 runs a week, but I'm still cautious about picking up an injury. So, I mean, I run on Monday. I did 4 miles today. I'm going to do 7.5 miles on Wednesday. I'm going to do a 4 mile run on Thursday. I'm not going to run on Friday. I don't run the day before the park run. I'm going to do the 5k on Saturday. And then I'll be back, obviously, to the same routine. And, well, we'll see how that goes. But I would like to start pushing the mileage up, because I think that I come from a background, well, I haven't been to a running club in nearly 40 years. But the philosophy very much was that if you want to improve, you have to do a lot of mileage. And that's the way to do well in distance running, or 5k, 10k, etc. So I haven't even entertained the thought of doing any interval training yet, reps, that sort of thing. It's only my first year back. Next year, when I've developed some more strength in my legs, because on my rest days I do squats, I do leg raises to try and improve the strength in my legs. I might eventually go down to the running track. There's a club here, and tell them I'd like to join in with the veterans, with the older runners. Maybe do some repetitions, or maybe go out and run with them as well. I don't want to do that at the moment because, I mean, look, I'm going out there and, I mean, anything faster than 9.5 minutes per mile, and I'm going to be struggling. Until I get my time down to about 25 minutes for 5k, I don't want to go and join any clubs, because I know I don't want to be left behind on the training runs. It'd be embarrassing and useless. Okay, well, thanks a lot. And would love to hear your comments. Are you in running? What are you doing? What are your best times? What are you aiming for, etc.? And I mean, yeah, my aim, quite frankly, is just to see how fast I can go. Just keep trying and trying and trying, and just see how fast I can go. Look, if it wasn't for the threat of injury, I'd be out there running twice a day. I would do a 7 mile run in the morning, and I would do a 4 mile run in the evening. I'd be out there training twice a day if it wasn't for the threat of injury. So, I don't want to get injured. If I get injured, I'll probably call it a day. So I want to avoid injury and just keep improving bit by bit. And I mean, eventually, look, the park run that I do, the winning time is usually 18, 19 minutes. And usually there's no more than 10 people under 25 minutes. So if I can get down to sort of 25, 24, 23 minutes, I'll be coming in the top 5 or 6, which I think it would be fabulous. So if I can do that, at the moment I come in the top 50% of runners. So yeah, I want to improve. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.